Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we've got another half pound of world coins that we're going to be looking through. So there's been a lot of cool finds recently, neat silver coins, older ones, lots of stuff from the 1800s, so that's kind of what I'm targeting today. But anything that's a design that I've never seen before gets me excited about a cool new coin. So we're just going to pour these out and we'll start looking at what's inside. Alright, so it looks like we've got some really neat stuff right off the top. This is one of my favorite designs from the French in terms of the obverse. It's a 2 franc coin from 1945, back when the war had, they'd reclaimed from the Vichy government. So that's a neat one to start on. Another aluminum one here right now from the Congo, which is a country we see very infrequently. So it's 1,000, or it's 1 Lakuta. I don't know exactly how they do their denominations there, but 1967, it's something we don't get to see super often. After that, we've got this one something from 1925, and I can't tell. I want to say that this is Serbian, but I'm not exactly sure. Maybe 1 dinar, that would make sense to me. After that, I see that super large coin right there. I'm going to save that for a little bit, and look at this, 1993 Nigerian. So already good variety from the African countries, and I saw one of these, I think on the last unboxing, 1 Naira, except in a lot worse condition, so it's kind of neat to get the kind of updated, fresh-looking coin here. After that, there's Cyprus. That's a coin that we see I've never seen this one before, but a country that's tough to find. 50 mils, 1955, but back when Great Britain was involved in the region, clearly. Yeah, that's a fun design. Just kind of cool to see what countries come up with. Here's a French one, 50 francs from 1951. This would eventually be devalued, so I see this in the back, 10 centimes from 1977. They would make this, they brought it down by 100, so this would become 50 centimes in the new coinage. After that, there's this one, which looks old, and that looks like France to me. I don't know what you think. Yeah, that's definitely a French coin, Napoleon III, and it looks like that date, I want to find out, I think it's 1955 is my guess, and I would assume that this is like a 5 centime coin, but that is really, really worn, almost too worn, where there's not much value left at that point. Here's a 1955 half crown from Great Britain. This is a larger clad coin. And then after that, on this side, this one looks kind of neat. 1944 El Salvador, 25 centavos. And I can't tell, I'm kind of curious if this is silver or not. There's some aspects to it. It's a little thin for being a silver coin, but the timing is old enough where there's a chance that it could be. And this toning, doesn't really help me either way. This one is a 25 kobo from Nigeria as well, 1991. Then we've got this one, 1943 Australia penny. We've been getting, actually, so the past few times I've been like, yeah, it's getting tiring seeing the coins for the pennies from Great Britain. And now we're just getting tons of Australian ones and none of the old type. But I think that I kind of prefer, actually, I don't know, maybe it's just a novelty on the kangaroo coin. Seeing a neat animal like that on the coinage, I think, is a good addition to have. This one, that's too bad that it's got that residue, because it looks like a really neat coin otherwise. 1 piastre from the Libanese. I can't tell if that's Lebanon or if it's Libya. 1955 is the date. But the hold coins are always neat. This one, 1844, 1 gulden. So, wow, that is, let's see where this is from. Ludwig I König von Bayern. So it's probably like Bayern is a soccer team, Bayern Munich, I think. So this is probably some old German silver, and it's really pretty the way that it's aged. I think it's a really nice looking coin. Gulden, of course, is generally associated with the Netherlands, but that's what I was talking about old silver. From time to time, it had been a few hunts since we'd gotten the really old stuff, but that is a special coin. Really excited to have gotten that today. After that, we're going to follow up with a much more modern Indian coin, 2001 National Integration, 2 rupees. And this is many-sided, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that an 11-sided coin? That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. So I don't think I've ever seen that. Normally it's 10, 12. There's a Spanish or Mexican one with 7 sides, but here's a 1960 Hong Kong $1 coin. Again, more from the Great Britain, their empire. 50 something from Haiti, 1972. So maybe it's 50 cents or gourds. I don't exactly know what they were using at this time, and I don't recognize that person. They generally had somebody else on it. I think I was looking at older Haitian coinage. British Honduras, 25 cents, 1973. I actually might need this one. I think that became Belize, and it looks pretty similar, but I don't know if I actually have the British Honduras coin in my collection. So this might be a new addition, which would be awesome. Because often on a coin like that, you still have to pay like $2 or $3 on eBay to get it, even if it's quite common. So that's a real save or gain in money. After that, we've got this Norwegian one, 50 ore, 1961, really sharp shape. This is a very plain, it's strikingly plain obverse, but I really like how the animal appears, probably a wolf or a husky, something like that, on the back. They also have some neat moose coinage from Norway. 5 cents here from Canada in 1936, so definitely an earlier coin. Then we've got a penny from Great Britain, nothing to stand out there, 2003. We have a Malawi coin, wow, 6 pence. So I didn't realize that they were actually on a pence system, 1967. But yeah, I guess I do now. That's super cool. I wonder if that's their own pence or if they were influenced by Britain at that point. I don't exactly know, because Britain had a lot of colonies in Africa. 1977, 1 franc from France. It's kind of got a similar to the Walking Liberty design, which is always fun to see. This one looks old. Queen Victoria, and I forget how old she was. 1899. Okay, so that's actually, I thought it was going to be a little older, but still, Hong Kong, 10 cents. This to me looks silver, maybe lower percentage, but that's 2 1800 silver coins in one hunt. So that is a spectacular find, and making this hunt better and better. Plus, we might have gotten that new country with British Honduras. I can't remember if I've gotten one of those recently. 1986, 2 cents from the Eastern Caribbean states, that interesting shape. A French coin, the more modern 10 centimes from 78, and then an older 50 centimes from 1938, 40 years earlier. Now it's time for this one. So let's check what it says. Is that 1826 or 1846? That looks like 1826 to me. I don't know what you think, but Georgius something day, Georgius the Fourth, George the Fourth, maybe. This does not give me any clues, so I'm gonna need your help in identifying this one. It's got the old Britannia look to it, like this has been adapted on the newer coinage. But let's see from the different angles what the date could be, because if we got, see, that makes me think it's like 4, and then that angle makes me think 2. I think that's kind of a 2 with the loop kind of coming down. 1826. Obviously, its damage probably isn't worth a ton, but such a neat coin, because not everybody has access to really, really good coin lots. I'm able to buy some better ones, so when we get some coins like that, it's fun to see them, because most lots just wouldn't have that. 50 francs, 1952 from France. Another one from India here, 1 rupee, 1989. It's in pretty good condition. This one I've been kind of checking out. 2 kroner from Fosterlandet, so it might be a silver. 1938. I'm almost positive it's silver. Gustav V, the King of Sweden, 1938. So that's such a pretty coin. I forget exactly what the name is, but it's a later king of the 1 kroner. So I think we got another big silver coin. This has really come up big in terms of having lots of silver stuff. More Scandinavian region, 50 ore, 1953 from Norway. After that, I want to check what that is. Denmark, so even more Scandinavian. Sweet. 1928, 1 ore. I wonder if it's Christian the 10th. It could be, because that could be a C. But, and I don't know what the Canje AF means, but I've seen that a lot on these coins. Here is a maybe not Geld note. 50 Pfennig, 1920 from, no, it's the German Reich, but kind of starting that ascent when they would devalue their currency extremely in the early 20s. Here's 2 cents, 1961 from the Eastern Group, so that's a kind of good reminder, because I think that British Caribbean Territories Eastern Group is the same as Eastern Caribbean states, how over time we've used a lot less metal in our coinage. So here's the old one, here's the new one. Makes sense, but still just a cool trend to observe. Here's a Vichy French, so this is the puppet state government, 1944, 1 franc, the French state. After that, 1956, we've got a Danish 25 ore coin. A lot from Scandinavia recently. A fair amount from Europe in general as well. 1938, 5 centimes from France, hold coin. Then we've got a 5 peseta, and I always show the trick for anybody new who's watching. You want to zoom in on that star right there. It says 1959, so even though the date says 57, this is actually a 1959 coin. Moving along, we've got, let's see. This one is made West African, Banque Centrale des États l'Afrique de l'Ouest. Yeah, West African franc, one of them from 1984. And then another French state, 50 centimes though this time. So a smaller denomination. Yeah, tons from France, man. 1960 franc. And then this one is 5 piastres from Lebanon as well. So this is super cool, 1955. It's got a neat lion, but design also seeing for the first time. This is West German, 1950, 10 Pfennig. So these can be exchanged still, one of the only countries that has indefinite exchange of their pre-euro currency. Then this is older, 1946. I have no idea what country it's going to be from. Iceland, 1 krona. So that's a great find. I think the Icelandic coinage and the country itself, I'd love to go there. I've never been, but I've heard it's really, really neat. 1 franc from Belgium. And we're going to close things out here with 10 cents, 1970, out of Bermuda. So a neat North American coin, but looking back on the hunt, wow. I mean, we started out pretty strong, but then we had an 1844 Bayern Golden. This big coin, whatever it might be, maybe it's a 1 or 2, maybe it's a pence instead of a half pence, because it's a little extra thick, or a 2 pence coin even. 1899 from Hong Kong, and then more and more, even that large Swedish silver. So we really knocked it out of the park today, and thanks so much for watching. I've got a lot more of these bags coming, so look out for those videos.
Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more content, and get in touch with me or contact on treasuretown.yt.com, my website, my Facebook, Treasuretown, my Twitter, @treasuretown_YT, or my Instagram, @treasuretown_YT. Looking forward to seeing you on some of my other videos.